I think this is a perfect time to bring in Vlad TV into this combo because not only are the feds watching and listening, so is Vlad TV. Um, and I know a lot of people. Yo, you're on mute, by the way. I
I've been
I
waiting for this rant. Like literally, I've called for this rant. I can't. I, you were the
well, I
first.
don't.
You called Vlad TV freaking police the other day. You said Vlad TV is he's an informant. Like you've been he's a federale. Like you've been on this. I ain't gonna lie.
So here's the thing, though. Like I actually see both sides. I see the side of people saying that Vlad is the police. He's an informant. I see the people on the other side saying, but you're a grown ass man. Stop snitching on yourself. Right. And to me, there's a fine line here. I blame both people, but there's a bigger thing with Vlad TV that I actually have an issue with. It's not that he's an informant and he's a snitch. Because again, with that, I blame grown men telling their own business. What part of the game is that? What part of the game is someone telling you to disclose illegal activity and you just willingly throwing it out there as if this shit is not going to go on the internet, like he is not going to tag you, like he is not going to run promo videos and bring up a clip of every little thing that happens after everything that you've said over the years. This is what Vlad does. The bigger thing that I have or the biggest issue I have with Vlad is, how we have allowed somebody who is white to come into the Black community and really eat off of Black culture the way that he has. I got a problem with that. I'm not mad at his hustle. I'm not mad at anybody who does what he does. Shit, you could argue we're in the same lane. Where we're reporting on news, we're giving our opinion, we're interviewing artists, we're doing all these different things, right? You could argue we're in the same lane. However, I think for somebody like him to be so big, have such a big voice, I got a problem when white people come into our culture and they eat, they take. They take from it. They make money off of it. What are they doing to give back? Okay, they got a platform, but it's all negative. All I hear from that platform is negativity. It's all negative. Dudes disclosing murders. Like, if I know you guys remember the famous Soldier Boy rant where he was like, oh, the dudes came into my apartment and I shot up the dudes and I looked around the corner, I looked at A-Rap and I said, yo, who that? And then I shot a dude, bam. You remember that? Remember that famous Soldier Boy rant? You remember that?
Of course.
That was on Vlad TV. No, people don't remember that. Like, it's always entertainment based, but it's all negative to me. And if it ain't all negative, it's mostly negative. That's my biggest issue with Vlad TV. It's not that people are going on his platform telling on their own self. It's not that he's asking incriminating questions, because you can always not answer the goddamn question. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Go ahead. You got something to say? Let's have a free flowing discussion.
Do such a deep dive on this, and
have a free flowing discussion.
I could go two ways, right? So I think the big thing about Vlad TV, right, is not only does he ask you, but he presses you to give specific details. He legit. I watch a lot of Dateline. I watch a lot of First 48. He legit sounds like when they bring you in. Who are those people?
Interrogator. Like, you talking about like the police, like in the police. Like, you ever watch First 48? You know, when they're in the room talking?
First 48. Like, he literally, I could imagine him sitting here like buttering you up to remember details of the story. So you'll be like, yeah, I shot this dude. Okay, can you remember exactly who it was, what you were wearing? Oh, and what street was that again? You said 144 Main Street. Oh, okay. Well, can you dive deeper into what you're like? It's like an interrogator. I'm like, that's crazy to me. Like, and like you said, that it's all negative. But on the flip side, I think You know, this goes back to America's infatuation with negativity, America's infatuation with street cred. Uh, you know, we don't want to hear about, hey, little baby, what happened at your birthday party? We want to hear, little baby, what happened when you were in jail? You know, what are you a blood? Are you a crip? Like, we want to hear that weird ass stuff, like in terms of entertainment. And to me, I just don't, I I get it, it's entertaining, but like at the same time, it's like, you know, it's kind of like Vlad TV is just serving what people want to hear. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna change the channel. I'm gonna change the channel if he's over here talking about what was the process of you picking flower? Do you have a flower garden in the back of your backyard? I'm probably gonna change the channel. I'm not gonna listen to it. You know
we definitely, that's a bigger discussion. We definitely have an infatuation with negativity. I'm included. We all included. I'm not sitting here making anybody feel like they are the issue in particular. However, I think we do have to call a spade a spade. You know what this also reminds me of? Another good example is, you remember when DJ Akademiks got pressed by Vic Mensa for some of the content that he was producing on his Warren Chirac channel on YouTube back in the day. This is before Akademiks blew up, right? You know, some of the content that he was producing, it was mostly, if not all, negative. He was reporting on deaths. He was making fun of the people who were dying. It was like this video game world that he had created, detailing real live murders that were happening. And now somebody can argue, well, Akademiks is not the one creating he's not the one creating the violence itself, but it's the way it's being covered. Like, there is a way to cover something where it can be parasitic almost. And I feel like that's kind of the word that I would actually use towards what Vlad TV does. You know, a lot of it is so negative that it's parasitic. It's actually, there's no productivity coming out of any of these stories that people are telling. For what? So Casanova, which by the way, he got in trouble and the police directly stated they got their testimony from Casanova's Vlad TV interviews, amongst other things that he said out in the public. But that is letting you know that, first off, nobody should ever be in that position where you're telling crimes that you did in real world on an online platform, which is going on YouTube or any platform which can be historically traced. That should not happen. And the fact that a platform is relishing the opportunity to get dudes to incriminate themselves is parasitic in nature to me. That's a problem. That's a problem. 100%. And at the end of the day, we are to blame. I blame us. I blame us because the same exact reason why I blame the people for anointing certain artists and putting certain artists at the forefront, it's about demand. You know, these labels are not going to put money behind an artist that they don't believe that the people want to see. So if there's a demand for something, you better believe the nature and the law of business is somebody's going to supply to meet that demand. I am not mad at Vlad TV directly. I see that his platform is very parasitic. However, I think the bigger conversation is why us people are so fueled and so infatuated with negativity. To me, that's the bigger thing that I'm always trying to figure out. You know, and that's the unfortunate thing.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm like, that's what we want. At the same time, like, it's a platform to get these people to elevate their status. So that's the positivity. But like this whole idea of I need to prove that I'm a hood or I need to prove that I'm gangster is getting too many people in trouble. Hence all the rappers that got in trouble these past couple of weeks.
Man, it sucks for them. Everybody stay safe out there. Do legal activity, please. Please. That's all I ask.